What? Who is there? This one's head may ache, but that does not mean he cannot defend himself. Five Claw? Raz thought he recognized you. Moons only know what brings you to this backwater place, but it is always good to see a friend. Raz would offer you wine, but he has unfortunately drank it all. Perhaps you have some? She would trust Raz with such a task? That does not sound like Mother. Unless she just wants to get Raz out of this cave. No, don't answer that. Well, anything is better than farm work, yes? Raz will be happy to help. Mizum has wanted to get his paws on Sweetwater for years. If Mother can't keep the farm operating, Mizum can buy it and gain control of the valley's moon sugarcane. We need proof. Meet Raz outside the Fragrant Moon's plantation. At last! Something here that's worthy of Raz's attention. Let's get to the Fragrant Moon's plantation and see what we can dig up. Queen Irene insisted that Raz take a vacation after his last mission. Even the eye of the Queen needs to blink now and then, she told him. So Raz returned to Elsweyr to spend some quality time with his family. The new man is settling in quite nicely. Unfortunately, trouble here in northern Elsweyr has meant that the Speaker hasn't been able to provide as much guidance as he might like. Garesh Rhi has his hands full with the usurper Queen and the dragons. Of course! What do you wish to speak about? You have met Raz's family, yes? Mother has never approved of this one's occupation. She suspects he is a wandering beggar or some such nonsense. As you can imagine, this puts quite a strain on our relationship. Roxargo is... He has been at Mother's side for far too long, tied to her apron strings. Besides, he has a particular disposition. Raz watched him lick an entire bowl of marbles once, all because this one told him that one of them was candy. You do realize that Raz's position as an Eye of the Queen is a secret, yes? Only those who need to know can ever be told the truth. My family? They don't need to know. Besides, they would never believe such a thing. They know that some young high elf convinced Raz to leave home and go on an adventure. But that was before Irene was queen. Mother thinks that her eldest son abandoned her to chase after a pretty face. She isn't completely wrong. Mizum's farm occupies the southern side of the valley. The big house with the walls around it. Old Mizum is a miser. Doesn't want anyone interrupting him while he counts his gold. Raz will meet you there. Raz is glad you made it. He was about to proceed without you. Now remember, we need to be stealthy. The fewer guards that notice us, the fewer guards we'll have to kill, yes? Mercenaries, actually. In addition to gates and walls, Mizum hired the Red Hands to patrol his land. They're not the type to ask questions before they try to kill you. Best to slip in unseen. Ledgers, documents, contracts, anything that proves that Mizum bribed the farmhands. Or perhaps we will grow lucky and find a journal. Over the years, Raz has discovered that many villains enjoy documenting their nefarious plans. One more thing. Try to avoid unnecessary murder, yes? Not that the Red Hands deserve mercy, of course. But any messes you make, Raz will need to clean up. And Raz is on vacation. Besides, Mother wouldn't take kindly to killing the neighbors. Lead the way, Five Claw, but be stealthy. Raz will be right behind you. Mercenaries from Pelitin. Clawless thugs who will do anything for a price. Thievery, kidnapping, even murder. They also deal in the slave trade. Mizum must be truly desperate to hire them. It's likely the mercenaries stick to regular patrol patterns. We can take advantage of that if we're observant. Just watch where they go and which direction they look. And if you spot a place to hide, use it.
First, Muzum loses moonsugar. Now his farmers won't work. What nonsense.
There is something out there, Mizum. Some sort of beast.
Bah! A beast! This one sees no beast. All he sees are lazy Khajiit who make up foolish lies.
The farmers of Maryvale are no strangers to beasts. What could have scared Mizum's workers this badly? This creature was attacked by something unnatural. That much is clear. So, moon sugar disappears from Mizum stores as well. Let's return to Mother's farm and discuss what we learned. Old Mizum is dealing with missing moonsugar, scared farmhands, and a mysterious beast. Perhaps he and Mother suffered the same problem, yes? A creature prowls the sugarcane fields. Something far deadlier than a terror bird. If this is true, then Raz fears the missing farmhands reside in the belly of this beast. And so will many others, if we don't put a stop to it. You must visit Honeybreeze Homestead, another moonsugar farm in the valley. If Raz is right, Jedolthol will be suffering from the same problem as Mizum and Mother. The farmstead is just across the bridge, on the southern side of the valley. In the meantime, Raz will try to convince his family to stay out of the fields. Perhaps they will be reasonable today. That would be a welcome change, yes? Anything that proves this beast exists. Corpses, tracks, strange residue. With luck, Jedolthol will have even seen this creature. Him or one of his 3 lovely daughters. Ah, Jedolthol's daughters. Raz wonders if they still remember him. Does Raz seem like the type to kiss and tell? Well, not while sober, at least. Now that this one thinks about it, he may not have left things on the best footing in regards to the daughters. Particularly when it comes to certain promises. Raz admits to succumbing to the folly of youth in his younger days, though after so many years this one assumes they have forgotten about such things.
Raza, your mother sends you to find our missing farmhands, and this is where you end up? Our house?
We already searched Mizum's plantation. Raz came back to warn you about...
Excuses. And this one thought you learned more in your travels than which tavern served the cheapest ale.
You better go, Five Claw. This may take some time.
Perhaps you have been more helpful than this one's vagrant son. Talkidea, have you made any progress with our missing farmhands? And this one supposes that Razum was the one to suggest this plan? He just wants to make eyes at Jedothal's daughters, despite how much his own mother suffers. Fine, but you will watch him, yes? Make sure that Razum stays out of trouble. This one had enough hardship cleaning up his mess the first time he left us. At least the moon's blessed Kidea with one dutiful son.
This is good meat. Rakzagra would offer you some, but he dropped it earlier.
It cornered Jedathal, chased his daughters into the field. You have to help them. A monster! I heard it! It roared loud enough for Alkosh to hear. I ran, but the noise must have startled the local animals as well. A lion nearly took my arm! Please, you must help Jedathal. He is hiding just ahead.
Quickly, go on ahead and find Jedolthol. Raz will help our friend here.
They say Lord Garishri saved Haven from pirates, but this one knows it was you.
I was quite popular in Rimmon, you know. There was always demand for every painting I created. Always patrons wanting more and more. That's why I came here. To get away from it all. No more requests, no more noise. Just the quiet countryside.
Moons above, let Jedothal's family be safe. Please, please, Jedothal begs. You must rescue his 3 daughters from that horrid beast. They should just be west of here up the path. You must find them before that monster does. Jedothal was only able to catch a glimpse of it as he ran. But what he saw was unnatural. It was an enormous beast, with a mouthful of fangs and a thick leathery hide. Oh, why has such a thing come to our peaceful home?
These beasts should thank the moons that they found me without my bow. I'd make quick work of them if I had it on hand. Have you seen my father, by chance? He's a kind man, but not very quick. I fear he may have come to harm. Of course, I'll make sure he stays safe. Have you also seen my sisters? I tried my best to lead them to safety, but they scattered in their panic. Then I must ask you to find them. My sisters are not fighters. They will need your protection far more than I. For now, I'll make my way back to my father.
The fragrant Pashroni. Raz is glad to see you safe.
Hello, Raz. I didn't know you were back in Maryvale.
Well, yes. Come, let Raz lead you to safety.
Very well, but do not think you can just slip away again. We have much to talk about.
Raz will make sure she gets to safety. Best if you go on ahead, yes?
By the moons, you have to help me. A monster attacked our farm. My father ran, but I do not know what became of him. Ah, thank goodness. Have you seen my 2 sisters as well? We separated in our panic, and I fear for their safety. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, but I'm still worried about my remaining sister. Please, could you find her? Preferably before that monster does. Raz, you're here?
Of course. You are safe now, sweet Nura. Raz will get you to safety.
The two of us behind the mill reminds me of old times, old promises.
Let's talk about that later. Much later.
Have you seen my father, Jadathol? I've been searching for him, but I wasn't able to make it very far. Thank the moons. And have you possibly seen my two sisters? I seek them as well. What a relief to hear. I feared the worst when I heard that monster attack, but it seems that we have been blessed with bright moons this day. I remember a voice shouting commands. An Imperial, perhaps? Though what an Imperial would be doing on our farm, I do not know. I did see the monster head for the cave up the hill. It may still be there.
Ah, the beautiful Banji. It is good to see you alive and well.
Raz? At last you have returned to me. Oh, I knew you would keep your promise.
Ah, yes. Raz is keeping his promise, of course. Raz will make sure she gets to safety.
Distract those farmers from
An intruder! Quick, Dolor, kill them at once!
Dark moons, a Daedra. Oh, Raz hates those things. Raz knew something was sour in Sweet Maryvale. Well, at least we know what happened to the missing farmhands. But why does a Daedra care about moon sugar? Then it is likely this mage must have summoned the Daedra. Wouldn't be too surprising if he was behind the missing moon sugar as well. Raz was able to question Jadathol, while you dealt with our large friend over there. Our neighbor has also lost moon sugar this season, yet has seen no thieves. Let us return to Mother's farm, and examine her storage cellar. If Mazum and Jadathol have been robbed, then Mother is likely the next target. And with luck, her cellar will show evidence of the theft. Despite Mizum and Jadathol's vigilance, the thieves we seek were never seen. Raz means to discover just how this is possible.
There they are! Moons be praised. Thank you both. Because of your help, this one's family is safe.
Raz is so pleased to see you and your daughters unharmed. All 3 of your daughters.
Yes, Raz. And all 3 of us have been talking quite a bit about you.
Specifically how you seem to have made certain promises to all of us.
Do you remember, Razamdar? Oh, This one will love you forever. This one will come back for you soon. This one only has eyes for you.
What? Raz, is this true?
Now, Raz can explain everything. You should head to Mother's cellar, while Raz clears up this, misunderstanding. You must understand, this was many years ago, and Raz now has the maturity to admit that he was, in his youth, a complete and utter muskarse at times. In his defense, however, Raz did plan to choose but one daughter to woo. Eventually. Yes, well, this was only a short time before Raz left Maryvale, and as he had no intention of ever returning to this town, he did not see the harm in making certain promises. Promises he had no plans to keep, of course. Oh, Raz has talked his way out of stickier situations than this. Have no worries. For now, you should head to Mother's cellar. This one will try to meet you there as soon as he is able.